Oh snap!
Snip. Did you miss that? Dennis Kumbula
We're back
with a bang.
with another topic,
Estrom.
another snapping moment.
You didn't know what you were saying. You didn't know. I got you, so I won. Oh snap, guys! It's good to be back. You're speaking to Ndomi and Sipo. As you can see, we're back. We're fresh, right? But scale with the topic for today is
Seasons of time.
guys, if I can let that topic. The topic for today is seasons. Different types of seasons that people go through. It could be family,
Relationship, work, love, God, life.
Yes, I'm actually proud of you. So we speak about seasons. So the definition of, I'm from to Wikipedia, guys, but Google says like, there's different types of seasons in the year, which we have summer, spring, autumn, and winter. The fact that you leave there, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like winter. I don't like winter. I know myself Nikki cuddles. So that you can't get with.
Okay. The topic is seasons.
So we have 4 seasons. I'm still gonna find. We have 4 seasons in the year, which we have summer, winter, autumn, and spring. And spring is my favorite season. So that's how they define Baba seasons, what it stands for. And yeah, so when this topic comes, season, what comes into mind?
I think, seasons, it's more of different times, going through different things in your life or in a space. I think we can all agree and say that, there comes a time where you feel like this is a season of happiness. Things are just going well for you, everything is just going on point, it's just snapping, But at the same time, there also come a time where it's that kind of season where things are just difficult or quiet, Sometimes it can be confusing, sometimes you can just not know what to do, But in seasons, But I think, it's difficult to have the same attitude during the seasons of good times and also to have the same attitude during the seasons of difficult time, But the most important thing is not to give up whatever season you are in.
Yeah, if I go snap, that's a boss. Snap. Guys, I hope you're snapping when you're listening to this podcast, because sometimes I'm like snap. What comes into mind for me is that like in a year there's 4 different seasons, and you would find that I don't really like summer because it can get too hot. Like I'm in between. I don't have a problem with autumn. I love spring. And I don't like winter because that's when my skin just...
It's because of skin problems.
It's not because of the cutoff. Hey, because of my skin and everything, like it breaks out and everything. But it got me thinking that I love spring so much, and when it's spring I'm so happy. I'm looking forward to, even if like trials and tribulation may come, but I'm still happy in the season because it's my favorite month, it's my favorite season. But it got me thinking, just because I don't like winter, like how is my attitude during winter? Am I like sad because it's winter, or like you have that mentality everything is bad around me? Yes, my skin might catchy feelings and stuff, but life still goes on. Whatever season you're in, it still goes on. And summer, when it's hot, I'm like ish kushush, and I'm so uncomfortable. But that's what seasons do. They make you feel uncomfortable in summer, but we push through that. I think it was 2 days ago I had a headache because it was hot, and now yesterday you had a headache. But what? You drink water and you move. That's how you tackle seasons. You change your attitude, you look at things positively throughout all seasons. Yes,
I think one thing that is important, it is understand that, the season that you are looking forward will come. I think at times, because the challenge that we can do, all of us, I think it's the mistake that we can do. At times we can make permanent decisions for temporary problems. And then when this good season comes, we still stuck with those permanent decisions that we made of temporary issues, you know. So I think it's always to understand the fact that whatever issue you're going through at that time, and I think it's very important that when we go through a difficult time, for us to admit and say things are hard, you know. I feel that, you know, because, you know, at times there's also this thing of you don't want to convince yourself that things are fine when things are actually not fine, because now you're lying to yourself, you know, and you're gonna end up stressing yourself more. But I think for me, you know, what I've learned from my own life, you know, that it's important when you're going through a difficult time saying, no, it is painful, it is difficult, you know, then that's where you can bring the positive attitude, you know, to be able to, because you see, because the thing with life, you need to be able to see tomorrow when there is no sign of tomorrow. You get my point? When there's no sign of tomorrow, you know. I mean, I always say, whatever problem that you're going through, don't kill yourself because you will miss the exit point. Because this is life, you know. If there's an entering door in a problem, guarantee there will be an exit door. That's just like at the time that you're entering in that problem, it's because at times it's problems that are part of nature, you know. We do not call for those problems, but we end up inheriting them. At times we create problems for our own selves, you know. But whether the problem is natural or it's something that we did on our own, you know, if there was an entering door, trust to God that there will be an exit door. Now the danger is for you to kill yourself in that problem, not see tomorrow. You know, I mean, we've all had people, you know, who friends, you know, or family members, you know, who were heard that they hanged themselves. You know, because they had that problem.
They couldn't like be strong in that season.
Yes.
They couldn't handle that season.
You know, and when you look at them 2 years, 3 years ago, when you look at that situation 2 years, you so wish they held on because they would have seen that things would have been okay. Like at that time, it's painful, but things will have been okay. You know, it's like failing grade 12. You know. It's painful that time, you know. But now, if you destroy yourself at that stage,
because of that,
you're killing your momentum, you know, because you could have bounced back, you know. Okay. You know, you could have bounced back, you know, you could have fought back, you know, you could have had an inspiring story, you know, because there are so many people that failed grade 12, but they went back to school or they went to upgrade and they went to college, they went to varsity, and now they are so and so and so.
Companies now.
And when they speak about their story, it's motivational. So I think whatever problem we're going through, let's always learn something that we can teach others.
Yes, and
it's difficult, but we should try.
Yes, and also just because you failed during that season, it's not the end of the season. Ooh. Did you get that?
Okay.
snap.
I want to move. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the end of that season, and I don't know, man. The season thing is just very deep because you get season in friendships, you get seasons in family. Okay. They say you can't cut off family.
Yeah.
Okay. There are seasons, whether you like it or not, because you can get toxic family members and you like peace. Come on, let's go. You must come out to people in a style with Actually, guys, I want to.
You are living there.
I actually want to play this video, guys. And there's so why I made people listen to this, because when we were speaking about season, he's like, he's dancing all the time. I want to play it.
Share this with you guys, yeah? Know when to take a tear out of people's lives. And here's what I mean. You must read the room, understand the energies. But hey, it's not flowing, it's not. And then you start saying it. And I was smiling, and you're still smiling, and you're leaving. Little do they know, but I won't know. I'm not gonna come back, so I don't be know I'm going. From SOC, know when to say a tear out of people's lives, yeah? You can't foster, it doesn't foster again. And then you show your little car.
So you're gonna fast again, guys.
It's the voice for me.
It's the voice for you. So we zegete in seasons, because there are people like that, and we cannot we cannot force seasons, guys. Like if it's a season of peace, it's a season of peace. It's a season of love. It's a season. Embrace the season. Embrace the season that you're in, and it kind of like sometimes. People are like, yo, I have to be on social media, like, whatever. But your body and everything, your mental health is not cooperating. And sometimes there's a season where you just have to be alone.
Yeah.
Like, There's a season where that you have to social network, like cookie seasons, but where some things you just have to stop. There is nothing wrong from keeping quiet and stopping and just shutting the world and embrace the season of stillness. Maybe God is like calling you in the naughty corner, but spend time with me, be in that season, be still and know that He is God. So I don't know what your season is, I don't know what you're going through, but all I'm here to say, Bab, is that people need to start embracing their seasons.
Yeah.
And also, maybe sometimes people don't understand because there's a thing called boundaries as well. There's one of my friends, which is Usia, like she wrote something beautiful and she told me that I love you, this, and that. But she was currently in that season at that moment, but I really appreciated the fact that she communicated that thing. Maybe I could have found her, what's going on with Usia, she's funny or whatsoever, but communication as well is very important. Just communicate, Sipho, I'm not feeling well, like I'm, this is a season that I'm in, so please be patient with me.
I think also, it was not as if we were contrasting each other, but we're not, but I think it's also important that understanding which season you are in, it's also important to understand when that season ends.
Ends, yeah. That's another issue. Asifuna boom.
Yeah, you can't be in peaceful situation forever. For example, I mean, imagine this thing, it's winter. In winter, we are all wearing jackets, because it's cold. We're wearing jackets, wearing coats, wearing all of those things, The next thing, now it is summer. It's hot. We're not going to go like, but it's summer,
Summer.
I think at times we can, especially when it comes to painful situation, we can overstay our staying in a season, that we can end up to just, like, oh, it was a painful situation, but learn to, when that season ends, go to happiness, go to peace, because at times you'll find that, it's also that thing of, there are certain people whenever you talk to, they're always complaining. Like January they're complaining, February, and
baby, not even like
March.
2020 complaining, 2021.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
2020.
Now you are so scared as their friend to be happy in front of them. They're like, hey, the insensitive. But then again, like, but this guy is always not happy. So I think it's always important that which season is it. Embrace that season. When that season ends, move to another season, because if it hurts now, if you're in a painful situation, I mean, we can speak of a serious issue of saying losing a loved one through death. That's a painful situation, and no one can say rush the process, we can't say be happy. When that time is going to come, we'll be like, okay, I've cried, I've healed, I'm not gonna forget the person. When it's that time when you feel ready to move out. Don't let it be your permanent situation. I think it's one writer says that problems can sometimes change us to be bitter people for the rest of our lives. You can't allow that. In that painful situation, it's painful. When that season ends, move to happiness, move to peace. The same time, whatever season you are in, we also need to learn to embrace it, as Ntombi was saying. Because at times, I used to do this thing, when it's a peaceful season, you're like, hey, don't be too much, that's suspicious.
Something wrong.
That's suspicious. Now you start looking for problems, start looking for fights. Now, no, it was a chill.
Like, relax.
Embrace it.
Relax. It's a season of peace.
It's a season of peace. Enjoy it,
I usually laugh at you. I'm like, hell no,
I'm one person who doesn't feel bad when it's a good season. I'm on it. I'm embracing it. Even rest, I'll rest. Now I'll sleep for the whole day. I don't give a living Dom says you at least I'm like, oh, this is rest.
I just said I'm resting.
I'm resting.
Don't be, I'm resting. And
I worked the whole week. I'm resting.
That time guys, I think a season that I struggle with, or the season to rest.
That season doesn't exist or don't.
That's not funny. It's not funny. Why you
No, I'm like, you have to learn that season from the legends.
Well, Sipho is that type of person, he will tell you, don't embrace it. And I'm like, I understand, like, he will tell you, like, whether you like it or not, he's resting.
Yeah, because at times some people will also make you feel guilty for resting. You're like, you're being lazy. I'm not being lazy. I don't want to do anything the whole 24 hours. I don't want to do anything. It's not being called lazy.
Yeah.
I want to rest. I want to watch
rest, but for rest, the rest. okay, that was crazy, but okay. I struggle with the season of resting. I really do. But I think I've gotten better. I have, baby.
Yeah.
I have. Like, for example, today, I rested. I was working, but I rested at the same time. So if sometimes you struggle with the season, acknowledge it and find ways on how you can better that season. So so you can find the exit door. But one thing I get out of all of this, that when you enter a season, always open the exit door.
Yeah.
So you can be able to move on to another season, so you can grow and elevate to greater pastures in life, because if you don't grow, if you don't move, if you are stagnant in that season, that is a problem.
I think my last parting shot is the part of saying,
Darling?
parting shots. My last parting shot is a part of saying that whatever painful situation you are in, don't allow it to make you a better person. It's also like if you ever been in a relationship and that person disappoints you or hurt you, and you guys break up, you can't always be holding on to that painful experience, because that person now, that means is still in control of you, even if they are not around. They are moving on, they have found their person, they are happy there, when you're still out here having trust issues, swearing at everyone, being bitter, what. That was not your fault. That person didn't appreciate you. It's painful. Let that experience go. Don't allow a painful situation to make you bitter. It's painful,
and we move,
but we need to embrace
and
it.
we move. Hurt people hurt other people. Guys, it must end. Hurt people mustn't hurt other people. They must move and start loving again and embrace the new season of loving. Otherwise, guys, it's good to be back. Hope to see you soon. But hope you continue to snap.
Thank you.